3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Okay, break.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Wait, set.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
They'll run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Brady.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On for the extra point try, Andrew Mevis.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Ready?
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morrison. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And complete to Drake London.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
White. Yellow.
The slot man in motion right. Here's 2nd and 8. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Black Ultra. Yellow.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Brady now on 1st down.
He'll get this right back to Rager. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Brady again.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Out now, Andrew Mevis for the field goal.
From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Brady right back to Cook for another completion.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
To throw, it's Brady.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. On second down, Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Here's Brady to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Let's go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Falcons had 1-11 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Ready up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
It's Barkley on the counter.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
97.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On the draw, this is Barkley.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Alabama. Hey.
Brady now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Brady.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it.
Oh, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Mevis on to attempt the point after.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Getting this into the hands of Turner. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
On the ready? Red.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Hey, 66. Sugar.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Brady.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Hey, goal 66. Goal 50.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
72. You need 3 lead now. Alpha.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Second reload.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And he's out right at the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Red, cycle. Hey, green. Ready?
2nd and 5.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Come on, set.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave last.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treating you a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first.
Strike. Check strike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
43 rail.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check it. Check it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, right?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
13 yards down to the 13.
On the double.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down.
10 cycles. Watch it. 6. 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and 1, Brady. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Brady. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And here's Ryan Wright now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. it up past the 45. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Caught by Turner. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Again, it's Brady. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 51 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now here is another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Brady going to throw here.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.